So how are you girls anyway? What's cracking today?
We're so excited. I mean, I feel like we're both in a serious gratitude era, like
For sure.
we just can't believe this many girls want to come see and hang out with us already. Tour was announced about 72 hours ago, and we're already having to add more shows in Australia because the Australian girlies were they clocked into their Zoom. Okay. So we're so fucking excited. I'm just thankful.
Absolutely.
It's wild to me that you girls still get, I guess, surprised by how popular you are because you actually have the numbers there with millions and millions of followers. Everything you do on socials is just so loved. So when you do go out on the roads, does it feel different to social media where you can actually physically interact with the fans?
Absolutely. I feel like it doesn't feel real. Like you can look at a number, it doesn't feel real, but when they're in front of you, it's the craziest feeling in the world.
It's the most, I mean, first of all, I think it will just always be surprising that after this long that there are people that still care, and they quite literally save and make my life. It's beautiful. And Brooke hit the nail on the head. I think that the tangible energy in the room is so unlike anything that you feel through a screen. And I always say that our live shows especially feel like a major big sleepover where everyone knows all the same inside jokes and everyone comes with the same purpose, and we watch so many girls and gays and nays become friends in the audience, and like just it's oh my God, it's amazing. We're so excited.
So we normally do our radio show in a studio, not in front of people. And obviously you girls do your podcast in the lounge room there most of the time. So when it comes to doing live shows, do you actually get nervous about the things that are going to be brought to you as well? Because obviously you're relying on girls to come along and give you content to work with. So sometimes you're sitting there thinking, God, I hope they bring it tonight.
Oh my, well, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, they always fucking bring it.
Yeah.
Every single time without fail. I mean, the first half of the show usually is us kind of doing a live podcast, talking to the audience, and we tell all the stories that we're horrified to tell on the internet. So it's a little scary, but in a good way. And it just feels like you get to tell your best friends all these secrets that you've been withholding from them. And then we usually have the girls submit and ask for advice or tell us the crazy stuff that they've done. And
We can always count on someone in the audience being absolutely insane. Like I feel like we're pretty consistent in that area.
it is like anything I could say to you right now is so inappropriate for this interview, but like we almost always have a girl who is now hooking up with her ex's brother or father. We have friendship beef fallouts. We have a lot of like vehicular crimes. We've had girls on parole a lot of the time. It's wild. It's wild.
Well, I want to talk about that iconic moment, and I really felt for you, Tana, when you were kind of going in on that girl, and it turns out she was sitting in the audience. I know you've done you've done your story times talking about this, but in that moment, you could see you trying to backtrack, but I guess you girls are known for being very honest, and that's what I think people love about you. I thought you might double down.
I guess when I can't sleep at night and it's 3 a.m. and my insomnia is kicking, that is one of the 10 moments in my Rolodex that I play until the sun rises. Okay. Like it was definitely a learning lesson to always ask if the person that you were writing in about is next to you. And we've never had it happen. Other than that, if it was a friend coming to me, I think talking about their friend doing that or something, I would have tripled, quadrupled down. There's just a part of me that knows that girl bought a ticket and she also loves us. And I would have to lay in traffic if my idol said I was an Uber driver whore. So oh my God, I offered her merch. It all ended up working out. The girl DM'd me and said that they're friends again.
Good.
Oh, they're friends again. Okay, that is a plot twist I was not expecting. Brooke,
and I can't lie, like that is some crazy vengeance and something that I would have done at my peak craziness. So you can't help but just respect the whole thing. And the content made was one of
priceless. Yeah.
And that's a good t-shirt, Uber driver whore. I can see that across the front.
Maybe for your next merch line.
She was driving the man around and she was doing things she shouldn't have been doing, but we all learn and we're all young ones. And it all worked out in the end.
Brooke, I want to talk about your I guess, do I say infamous story time with what you went through with Clinton? Can I just say this took off in Australia because, especially here in WA, the fact that this man was claiming to be from here. I don't know if you guys have had any chance to see any clips on TikTok about Married at First Sight, but one thing we've learnt from that show is that pretty much everyone in Western Australia knows everyone. So the whole internet was like screaming over here going, no one knows this man here. And we all wanted to like help you out there. And I don't know if you ended up seeing any of the messages of people that had done sleuthing in WA.
Oh my God. I wish I had asked, because it's so funny. I have a friend whose mom was born in Perth, and I put him on the phone one time with Clinton, like when I was dating him, and it took him 5 minutes of talking. He hung up and he goes, your boyfriend is not from Perth. Like, he couldn't answer a single question about it. He knew nothing, couldn't say the street he grew up on, nothing. So if I had just paid attention when he said that, but I just kept dating him, I was like, of course he's from Perth.
Yeah.
I have chills on my face. Like, I'll just never get over it.
And what I like, it just
So
feels
wild.
so random. Maybe it was small enough where he was like, oh, no one will ever.
Like, I've been to Perth more than Clinton came.
Yeah, you actually probably
It's
have.
so
Do
funny.
you have any fond memories from WA? Did you just stay in Perth? Did you manage to get out of Perth or travel anywhere else around Western Australia?
I mean, I've been to all the spots in Australia, the Perth, Melbourne, Sydney, Adelaide, Gold Coast, Auckland, I know is in New Zealand, but she's there. And Perth, honestly, I was just smoking a lot of weed. I was hooking up with people. I was roaming the streets. It's so cool in Australia, the way everybody just shows up everywhere to support. Like, even the lobby of our hotel was completely flooded with girls in like bleach and tone shirts. And then there were like old people trying to check in who were livid, but I loved it. It was amazing. I love it.
I was wanting to know as well, Tana, like, because you've got 8.6 million people who follow your TikTok account, right? That's a crazy number. Do you ever feel like pressure to, I don't know, do things or say things, or scared that people know everything about your life? Because it's an insane amount of people when you think about it.
I am quite literally the definition of too far gone. I've been doing this for so long that like I have shared everything about my life and who I am. And if anything, no, I feel a sense of peace in the fact that I can honestly say I've been truly authentic to who I am across my career, good or bad. And I think I would feel that pressure if I was being someone that I'm not, I feel like I have this family of amazing, crazy, chaotic girls who really know me the way she knows me, and it makes me so happy. So, yeah.
I kind of love that you girls have owned this whole cancel culture thing. I guess this is just a byproduct of being on the internet, right? And sharing everything and not being a perfect human. Was there ever points, because, whenever something doesn't go your way and you are in the thick of internet backlash, I imagine it feels completely overwhelming. Was there ever a point where you girls thought, this is enough, I'm going to retreat and just go back to being a nurse, or just go back to normal life? Or is it that thing of going, you know what, this is the life I chose?
I think, well, part of it has to do with the fact that I don't think either of us would ever even be allowed to go back to something like nursing.
Just would not be possible.
Yeah, no, of course. I have times like I struggle with it a little bit, but I feel like the good definitely outweighs the bad. Like, the benefits of the job are a lot more important to me than like the downsides.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. First of all, I just want to say what a well-rounded and thought out question. You are so talented. But
Aww.
Oh my God.
I guess obviously there are those moments, where you read something and you don't like it, or even just the first couple times you're like, damn, maybe this isn't for me. But looking back, I think while unnecessary hate and just meanness, sucks, and you hate that for those people, I look back as so much of it as like humbling and making me grow and forcing me to do the inner digging to become the best version of myself, and displaying that all as well. I think we are for the girls who fuck up, and for the girls who are crazy and outspoken and almost getting canceled in their own hometowns, in their own environments. And I'm here to show them that with the cards I was dealt, I was still able to continue to stand up time and time again and grow and face the fire and face the adversity and like, you know, just face the craziness and prevail. So, I mean, I wouldn't change it.
Oh, I love that. I love that so much. Someone who can obviously relate to that environment as well is Trisha. And it's been amazing seeing the kind of journey and evolution and you girls grow and evolve on the internet. And I think that's why we do kind of feel these connections to you girls, because you have been through it all and shared it all. But what is something that, and you don't have to go too personal with this because obviously some things are sacred, but what is something about Trisha and your friendship that you think the internet would be actually surprised to learn?
Wow, that's so interesting. I mean, first of all, I always say that people have such a intense connection to Trisha Paytas because she's one of the few people who has truly shown the lows as much as she's shown the highs. And I like to think that I do that as well, but she has done it in such a special way. Like there are very few celebrities and influencers where you were so with them and connected to them at the lowest points of their lives and the highs. So it feels like we're all celebrating together in a way that is just magical. I mean, people think I just suck the fart out of her ass 24/7, which I will continue to do. I mean, the woman deserves her flowers and deserves to know what real friendship looks like, especially from a woman. And I think people would just be surprised to know that it's just normal. Like we kick our feet up and we order food and we talk shit and we giggle and we talk about our lives and the things we're going through. And she's just a very real person and I appreciate her. She's also the most amazing mother. And her kids, I love them so much. I'm so people will be surprised to know that I'm so damn good with Malibu Barbie. Like I think people are surprised.
Also, Trisha's just always Trisha. I feel like with a lot of people with like big personalities like that, you assume that like it's kind of a show or it's like a performance, but like Trisha is Trisha all the time. And I love that.
Mm-hmm. Truly just authentic to who she is. And it's awesome. Her house is like fucking Disney World for girls who love bedazzled and leopard print and pink. And I love it there. I mean, yeah, it's what you see is what you get in the best possible way.
So what's a podcast tour like? Is it the new rock and roll tour? Like, do you girls get around and are you partying quite a bit and seeing the different bars around the world? Or are you being quiet and drinking green tea? What's the story?
I think in the beginning of our touring, we were definitely like hitting it a little too hard.
We thought we were fucking Motley Crue. It's like,
This is what we want to hear.
we would drink all through the show and then we'd go out to whatever bar after and do the same thing the next day. And I don't know how we survived. It's impossible.
I barely survived, you know, and it's a special thing because you get to each city and there's now this new group of people, whether it's friends in the city, also just supporters in the city. So you're on a bus with 10 people that you're working with. So someone's bound to know someone and it becomes this new party and celebration every single night. But what those people don't have, like they don't have to do it again tomorrow, you know, and you can get so caught up in it. The things I have done with venue owners and strangers in cities are truly fucking despicable. And I actually went sober on tour. Like the last night I drank, and it'll be the last night I drank, I think, for a really long time, you know, was in New York City on tour. We had 2 nights in New York City, sold out at the Beacon Theater, and everyone that we knew and loved was there. And we just had a 2-night rager. And I woke up the next day and I was like, I will die if I keep acting like this. And from there on out, and it's hard to maintain. It's fun for a little bit, but
yeah, it's not a sustainable lifestyle, especially if we want to tour into the future.
Yeah. And I was starting to act like Ozzy Osbourne. And
I love that.
I love that so much. Well, girls, we cannot wait to have you in our state. And hopefully, Brooke, we can rewrite WA and Perth's history for you and turn it into a positive memory, not a triggering one.
Can't wait.
I think it's going to be the most positive full circle moment. And we are so excited. I can't stress it enough. Thank you guys so much for being so amazing.
Oh, thank you, girls.
you, girls. I know you've probably got a million interviews. Thank you for organizing that, Andy. And this has just been the best interview. So thank you, girls.
Oh, you are so talented. It's because of you guys. And I hope you come to the show. Please come hang out with us.
Thank you, Tana and Brooke. We just got one more.
Cool. That was great.
Oh my God, I love those girls.
That is going to be fun to edit because I don't know what happened, but my camera just stopped working.
I know, what the heck?
And it said it's been used by another app, but
Oh, what?
but if we've got the single files, it might still be all right.
Yeah. I know, I'm going to have to try and make that a bit more radio friendly, I think. Hey guys.
There's some podcast. That was so good.
Oh, they're awesome. They're just